You look like you're in the garden, Danidu.
It's sitting on a hammock. Looks so
Oh.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Danidu,
Looks-
you are sitting on a hammock. Yes, you can nod your head. Yeah, that's called a hammock. I wish I can be there. Yeah. So comfortable.
And Dinuli as well, isn't it? Dinuli is in. Are you at school, Dinuli, or are you at home?
Dinuli.
Yes.
Are you in school or at home?
Nandari.
Home.
Home. Ah, it's nice. It's bright and sunny. Over here in Melbourne, it's cold and it's night.
Can you please turn on your camera from I think Nanari? අපේ මේ ආරාමයෙන් පුළුවන් ද කැමරා එක පොඩ්ඩක් ඔන් කරන්න? කවුද ඉන්නේ පොඩි අය කවුද ඉන්නේ? කැමරා එක ඔන් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද?
Rest of the student, are you? Oh, yeah, we are seeing some turning on your camera. So you can try and turn on your video. Yes, show us who you are. Thank you, Suwani. You look good.
හරි අපි එන
And
පන්ති ආරම්භ කරන්න තමයි ලෑස්ති වෙන්නේ. ඊට කලින් අපි දැන් අලුතින් සම්බන්ධ
how
වුණා.
about Kathmi?
කැමරා එක පොඩ්ඩක්
Nathmi?
ඔන් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ හැමෝටම නේද?
I remember Kanutua is a school, right, with about 3 or 4 students. Today, are you able to show your camera? Kanutua.
කවුද අපේ පාදුක්කේ ආරාමයෙන් පොඩ්ඩක් කැමරා එක ඔන් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
Yep. Are we able to start, Reverend, or we should still wait for them to log in and turn on? Because some of them are still logging in. I see connecting to audio.
Okay. Yeah, Suti, we can start now.
All right. Thank you, Reverend. Hi, good afternoon, students. My name is Su Ting. All right. And I'm happy to be here with you today. This group is grade 8 to 9. Let me show you the screen soon. Just give me one moment. Right. Okay, I can see you're still at the side of my screen. Are you able to see my slides? If you can nod your head or you can put a thumbs up. Thank you, Suwani. I can see you giving me a thumbs up. All right. Thank you for responding. So just give me one moment. All right. So let me continue. So welcome, like I mentioned just now. It's good to see you on a Sunday afternoon. Okay. As with all my classes, I like to start with this thing called expectation. Okay. Expectation, it's a little bit like rules, a little bit like what I wish we all can do together. Actually, my one and only expectation is this word called participate. Okay. This word says participate. Hold on. Let me just get the pointer out. This word, participate. What does participate means? That means if later on there's a chance for you to answer, okay, to say, to speak, to read, I would like you to join in. to actually say it. Sometimes I know maybe you didn't get a chance to be called on. That means I did not call your name. But on your own, you should say it, because I can't hear you and you won't be disturbing the rest of us. You know, when you say it, when you hear me speak or you hear your other classmates speak, you also say it, you also practice. I think that will help a lot. All right. So if I didn't call you, also try and speak and say it at your, wherever you are, in your house or in your school. Okay. And of course, along the way, while we are learning, it is very normal to make mistakes. It is okay. That's why we are here. We are here to learn together. All right. That will be my expectation for all. Okay. For everyone here. All right. So let me see what we are learning today. I will not do this part for today. All right. Today we will not do a check-in. Later on, when I have a chance, I will call maybe your name. You can get to unmute. That means you speak out. You unmute your laptop or your computer, and then you speak out. So if I say your name wrongly, please correct me, because I may say your name wrongly. Okay, wrong pronunciation. So you can feel free to tell me. All right. So let's carry on with today's main lesson. Okay. Last week, those of you who attended my lesson, we were learning comparative adjective. Later on, we're going to do a quick revision on that. And today, our main focus is on pronouns. We'll look at the time. If it allows, we are going to do a comprehension, but the question will be all focusing on pronouns. All right. Within the comprehension passage, we are going to focus on pronouns. All right. Let's do a quick review. Okay. Hold on first. All right. This is the slides for comparative adjective last week. We were talking about when we describe things, you can compare with only two things or more than two things. So when it's only two things, we usually use the suffix er or or maybe we will use more. So two examples, she has longer hair than her sister. So that's one example. The other one, the exam is more difficult than the test. So this is one example when you are comparing two things. When you are comparing more than two things, you will have to add est at the end of the word, est, or the most for the descriptive words. Okay, so he is the tallest boy in our class. Or when you maybe go on a field trip with your teachers, you can say the excursion was the most enjoyable trip. If a word ends with Y, you have to remember to change the letter Y to I when you are adding or est. So for example, lucky, if you want to spell it in written form, you have to change the Y to I. Luckier, luckiest. So that was the main lesson last week for grammar. So these are some examples of the words. Come, comma, comest. So let me get some students to probably read it out. Dinuli, can you please read the second one for us? Poorer.
Forest.
Very nice, thank you. How about we get one of the nunneries student to actually say out the third line?
Heavy. Heavy.
Oh, okay, good. Whoever is that, well done. The second comparative word?
Heavier.
Heavier, good. And
Heavier.
yes, can I check? Do you spot a mistake? Yes, right. So we are comparing, if we are comparing 3, that's not what we will do. Let me just change that. So like I told you, making mistake is very common. This should be heaviest. Right, it should be heavy, heavier, heaviest. And in this case, we got to take note of spelling. Remember to change the Y into I. Next one, we have worried. Worried is a word whereby you will not add ER at the end anymore. In this word, you will use more worried, most worried. All right, let's get Buhyumi. Is that how I say your name? Buhyumi, would you like to read this line for us?
Okay.
Thank you. Good.
Exciting.
Exciting. Good.
More exciting. Most exciting.
Most exciting. Well done. Thank you. Chamini. And we also have a group of words that is, you will change the word entirely when you're doing comparative adjective. Chamini, now you read them. Go.
Okay. Bad, worse, worse.
Very nice. And the last one, let me just read it out for everyone, okay? Good, better, best. And I believe that if all of you have been practicing it, you will be good, better, best, by the week. Let's go on to the next slide for some more practices, okay? Here we go. This story is the one I ever read. Would you all like to unmute and call out the answer? I won't call your name. Anybody from the class?
This story is the funniest one I have ever read.
I've ever read. Very nice. Thank you. So that is absolutely correct. The funniest, because it must have been that you have read so many stories, right? It will be more than 2. And this word will be ever read. So it's the same word as read, but in this case, it's a past tense, so we pronounce it as read. This story is the funniest one I've ever read. Well done. Okay, next one. Anybody else? Give others a turn.
James worked harder than Juan today.
Very nice. You're absolutely correct, because 2-person, we'll use harder. Let's go on to the next one. Next person. Shall I call out Ovini? Ovini is not there with us. Okay. How about Tarushi? Sanduni also? Sanduni, would you like to give it a try?
කාටද කියන්න පුළුවන්?
Or is it they are away for a while?
Paula chose the largest chair in the room.
Yes, this is Paula chose the largest chair in the room. Good. Number 4.
The kite was higher than the balloon.
Yes, very nice. The kite was higher than the balloon. Next one. Marjorie? Yeah.
The jacket was heavier than the coat.
Yes, the jacket was cheaper. In this case, because there are only 2 items, we will say cheaper. Can you say it again? I think it's a group of 3 students. Maybe y'all were taking turns, right? Say it again.
The jacket was heavier
Cheaper.
than the
Cheaper.
cheaper than the coat.
Nice. Good
cheap.
one.
පුතා එක cheaper. Cheap, right?
The new building was the in town. How about tallest? Okay, the person who answered it, say it in the sentence way. Say out the whole sentence again.
The new building was the tallest one in town.
Very nice. Good. In science class, we learned that water is then air.
Heavier
Heaviest
than air.
Okay. Nice. Okay. And Mr. Morris is the neighbor we have. Malish?
Nice. Nice.
Okay, Malish, why don't you say the whole sentence? All right, maybe Malish is not there, but I could hear someone actually answering the question just now. Mr. Morris is the nicest, okay, nicest neighbor we have. Good one. So today's main lesson focus, like I mentioned just now, is on pronoun. And there are a few types that we are going to touch on. It could be just a revision for you. And let's look at it. So these are called subject pronoun. A pronoun is a word that takes place of a noun. So for example, I mentioned my name, okay? Let's say you say Su Ting is my teacher. But instead of saying Su Ting, you change it to she. She is my teacher. So that is when you're talking about the subject of the sentence. All right, this is still quite simple. Let's look at the next one. It will be quite fast that we go through it. Oh, sorry, let me just go very quickly first. I forgot to mention for male, we will use he, female, she. It will be for items or for animal. You, of course, when you're talking about a second person, referring to the person you're referring to, talking to. We will be including an I in it. When you read the sentence, you include I. And as for they, it will be when you're referring to other people. That means not including I. Okay. So in this examples here, so the first one says, hold on, let me just move this away. I will shift my screen a bit. I couldn't see it just now. Diana. Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to hide something on my screen. Okay, here, Diane had the leading role in the school play. Do I have a student who would like to volunteer to change this to a pronoun for me?
Had the leading role in the school play.
Yes. So Diane, we can actually use which pronoun? He, she, we, you, or they.
She.
Yes, definitely. So thank you for that example. Wonderful. So for that student who is doing this, she can actually say, okay, hold on. Let me just. All right. So sorry, I can't see your picture for now. I mean, I can't see your faces anymore. So maybe if I can allow you to just call out and take turns later on, okay? All right. So let me just go back to it. So like what the student mentioned just now, she will replace it with she. So in the second example, Linda and Chen studied at the library for 2 hours. If I were to use one of the pronoun to replace it,
They.
there is, yes, thank you. Wonderful. So you can actually simply say the sentence, they studied at the library for 2 hours. Let's go for the next one. Jimmy and Lynn will be responsible for the project. Responsible for the project.
They.
They. Can you finish the sentence? Go ahead and say the rest of the words. They will be responsible for the project like this. Okay. All right. So we'll do that for the next few. Tomorrow, Sam and I will visit the new museum.
We.
Yes. So you will say, tomorrow we will visit the new museum. Got it? Okay, so we do that for the next one again. Carlos, he's a male name. So go on and say the whole sentence.
He
was
selected captain of the
football team.
Thank you. So thank you for that chorus answer, okay? He was elected captain of the football team. Last one. On Saturday. Anybody?
He.
Yes. On Saturday, we went to the movies. Okay, great one. So what you have just done was on subject. Subject is actually the main person of a sentence. However, sometimes you also have object pronouns. That means, let's say I use this example to tell you, Mrs. Green is a subject. Okay, so Mrs. Green, if I want to change it to pronoun, we already know by now. We will change it to she. All right. In this case, Mrs. Green gave Laura the paper. So in this case, Laura is what we call the object. That means the subject is doing an action towards the object, okay, in this sentence. So Mrs. Green gave Laura the paper. When we are using a pronoun to replace it, we will not say she, we will say her. Mrs. Green gave her the paper. So in this case, these are again the list of object pronouns that you change to. For example, if it's referring to oneself, you will say me. If it's referring to a male, we say him, her, it, you, us, and then finally them. Okay, so another example at the bottom, Corey put the pencil on his desk. So this pencil, we can replace it with it. Okay, Corey put it in his desk. So now for the examples. Can we have the first example read out by the students? Come. Chuck wrote a story to give to Maria.
Chuck brought a story to give to her.
Nice, thank you. And I like how you say it in a full sentence that I reminded you just now. Okay, thank you for doing that. The answer is her. Let's try the next sentence. It's quite long. Let me just read it out and somebody can replace it. The baseball coach told the boys to meet the driver. Since they didn't say, and I'm going to give you that the driver is a male, at noon. So someone to change for me these two underlined words.
The baseball coach told them to meet him at noon.
Thank you. I heard both answers. Okay, there are two persons who responded, and both of you are correct. You mentioned the boys because it's more than one person. We use them, and the driver, him. Good. Oh, I accidentally show you, but let's read it out together. Carl entered the race with
Him.
Okay, let's carry on. Please give Heather the tickets to get in the movie with Kendra. Okay, please read out the whole sentence, the person who's trying.
Please give her the ticket to get in the movie with her.
This being a boy, would you still use her?
Please.
Yes, thank you for your self-correction. Or maybe one of your friends helped you with it. Okay, next one. I helped Richard and Charles with the report.
I helped them with the report.
Very good. Okay, Lance talked to Alice on the phone for over an hour.
Again, talked to her on the phone for over an hour.
Thank you. That's a good one. The artist gave Janice and me a drawing of the woman.
The artist gave us a drawing of the woman.
Very nice. Good. It is us. Okay. Mr. Mayor gave Carol a book to give to Mario and Jim.
Mr. Mayor gave
her, yes, a book to them. Good. I saw Jake hiding your shoe behind the couch. Couch is like your sofa or your chair, okay? We are at number 9.
I saw him hiding.
I saw him hiding.
Him shoe behind the couch.
Okay, behind the couch. But what can we change the shoe to? One of the pronoun. It. Yes, it has to be it because it's an item. Just now we mentioned if it's an animal or an item, we will use it. Okay. Last one. It's time for you and me to go see Javier and Tony.
It's time to us to go see them at the
Thank you. Yeah, I really hear your participation today, although it's not together, but it's hard to be together in the Zoom. I understand that. So that was nice. I could hear us just now. It's time for us to go see Javier and Tony. So it's not including you. So go to them. Okay, go to them or go to them at the office. So sometimes you may hear people pronouncing this word as them. Sometimes people also say it as them, but they are the same. Okay, it is time for us to go see them at the office. Reflexive. Reflexive pronouns actually just shows that the importance of the subject, of the person in the sentence doing the action. So, for example, I am conducting this at my house by myself right now. You can do all this. All of you are participating maybe also at your home by yourself. Okay, so we can use with he, a male we will say himself, a female we say herself, so on and so forth, right? If it's an animal, maybe we can say the cat scratched itself. If it's about a group of us, okay, including I inside, you will say ourselves with an S. And you notice how we change the F here to VES for the spelling. If you are talking about more than one person, oh, I can say, you should be proud of yourself, student, today. Okay, I like your participation. So VES again for more than one. And lastly, themselves or themselves. Okay. Let's look at this example. Which one would you put it in?
I painted the house myself.
Thank you. So if you choose myself, definitely you are correct. Okay, let's go to the next one. So the next student can actually call out, unmute yourself and say it.
Children, there's the food sale.
Good. Can I check? Would it be this, the yellow one or the purple one?
Purple one.
Yes, definitely, because the children is referring to more than one child, right? So you're definitely going to use yourself. Okay, good.
Look at the model. Ourselves.
Yes. Okay, I like the person who actually read it from the beginning. Okay, do not just call out the final answer. She said, he or she mentioned, look at this model. We made it ourselves because of the word we, right? You know, you have to refer to this. Continue. If you want to give someone a reminder, be careful.
Be careful. Don't burn yourself.
Yes. Just now there was the first person who mentioned himself, but I think there was a correction, did right? Not himself. Although you saw in the picture there is a guy here, but this is like a message you want to tell someone, right? Be careful. Don't burn yourself. Good. I could hear the correction after that.
We can finish the project ourselves. Project ourselves.
Thank you for the 3 responses, okay? We can finish the project ourselves, okay? Like how you all read all this by yourself.
The cat scratched itself.
Yeah, just now I used this example too, right? Good reading there.
Bring me a mirror. I want to look at myself.
Thank you. Well done. Bring me a mirror. So definitely myself. Okay.
She made the cake herself.
Yes, herself. Being a female, we will use herself.
He hurt himself.
Yes. All right. Even though yes, thank you, the loud and clear. Even if there's no picture, because of this word he, you know, you got to use himself. Okay.
Why do you blame yourself?
Yes. Why do you blame yourself? You can use the second person, yourself. Okay.
The girls made
It's themselves, because here having a group of students and it's referring to them. Okay.
He was
himself.
Yes. Okay. He washed the clothes himself.
The dog enjoyed itself.
Itself. Yes. The dog injured itself.
She herself fixed the car.
Thanks. Okay. She herself fixed the car. Okay. Okay. So we've come to the end of reflexive pronoun and we'll go on to this part that says possessive pronouns. Possessive simply means belonging. You know, you're talking about something that belongs to you. So for example, you can, I'm holding on to my microphone or my earphone. I would say this is my, okay? Both of this word is pronounced as my, but you will see how it's being used differently, okay? Your, yours, his, her, hers, its, okay? Our, ours, your, yours, their, theirs. You will see when do we use the pronoun that is with an S. Okay, when do you use it in a sentence? So in the next few slides, it will show you. So for example, just now the two my that I mentioned, if I use it in the first sentence, I will say, this is my book. I will spell it with my, my. However, if I put the book now at the beginning of the sentence, I will say, the book is mine. So when I use it in this second sentence, I will spell my in this manner, M-I-N-E. Okay? So in this example, it is his book. The book is his. His, you do not need to add an S because it already ends with an S. I give you the next example. Let's read both of them. It is your book. The book is yours. So you will end the sentence, the pronoun, sorry, with an S when you have placed the object, okay, the belonging in the front, okay, at the front of the sentence. The book is yours. Okay, another example. It is our book. The book is ours. It is their book. The book is theirs. It is her book. The book is hers. So now we will have a few examples that you have to just change it to one. You just have to fill in one of the possessive pronoun in these blanks, okay? So please give that pen to me. It is?
It's mine.
It is mine, yes. But just take note, in this case, remember to use M-I-N-E. It is mine. All right. The next sentence, we'll get someone else to read it. Volunteers?
Raise your hand.
Oh, some of you simply just put in the word your, right? Yours. But you need to make sure that the sentence makes sense. That's a good learning point. So you say, here is your hat. but where is yours? Does that make sense? Because you already tell someone, you know, you're talking to someone. Here is your hat, but where is, what do you think?
Mine.
Yes, where is mine? Because you are having a conversation, you will definitely put mine. This is yours, but where is mine? Okay, it needs to have the meaning in there. Very good. Next one.
This new bicycle belongs to David. It's him.
It is his, not him. Okay, it is his. Very good. It is his. Next one, let's continue.
Those are her pencils. They are hers.
Hers. Nice pronunciation.
This
This
is your
is
dictionary. It's yours.
Yes, in this case, we will simply put yours. This is your dictionary. It is yours. Next one.
Don't take away the book. It's not yours.
Yes, because you are telling that person, it's like a second person. You say, don't take away the book. It is not yours. Okay, I accidentally showed this answer already. This school is big, but ours is bigger, right? The next one, the farmers.
The farmers have also sheep. The sheep are not theirs now.
Yes, we will use theirs. Okay, it's not theirs now.
We have our dinner at 6 o'clock while they have theirs at 7.
Very nice. Okay, we have our dinner at 6 o'clock while they have theirs at 7. All right. Definitely we will have time to actually do our reading comprehension. So today, right, when we are doing our reading comprehension, along the way, we will actually focus on pronouns. So some of the question later on, you will see what I meant is this, okay? I will be asking you what the underlined pronouns refer to. So every time when we have a pronoun, it's definitely referring to some nouns in the passage, some of the nouns in the passage. So we will be asking you to actually find out what are the pronouns that are underlined. Okay, but before we do that, of course, we will do some reading first. Okay, this is the title of today's text. What I will do is I will do my first round of reading to let you hear it. And later on, I would like to call upon some students to actually read it out. But please give me a moment. I'm trying to see whether I can still see you in my computer. Just one moment, please. Okay, I got you back. Okay. Just now you disappeared from my screen. I couldn't see you. I need to see you. I like to see your names and so on. Okay, here, the blue man of the Sahara. So let me do my first set of reading. The blue man of the Sahara is a name for the Tuaregs. People call them this name because they wear blue clothes. They have lived in the Sahara Desert for thousands of years. It is hot, dry, and windy there. Their lives are difficult because of the harsh weather. So you have a picture of how they look like. The Tuareg are nomads who move from place to find water and food. They live in groups of 4 or 5 families. Everybody helps. The men take care of the animals. The women put up tents. The tents were made of animal skins in the past. Now they are made of plastic. The Tuareg wear dara, a long and loose gown, and a cloth veil that is used as a turban. The men use it to cover their faces as they travel a lot in the desert. This protects them from the sun and sandstorms. Today, countries around the Sahara Desert do not want nomads. They do not want the Tuareg to live in the desert. Many Tuareg now live in towns. Soon, it will be hard to find the blue man of the Sahara. Okay, let me go back to the previous slides. I would like to hear some of you actually read this story for me, okay? Maybe what we can do is to read that paragraph, okay? If you're in a group, it's all right. You can unmute it and you can read it, you know, in a groups of 3 or 4, no matter how many students there are there, okay? Shall we get Adita and is it Enhansa to read together? Edita and Enhansa, are you all able to unmute? Nice. Why don't you read the title for us first?
The Blue Man of the Sahara.
Yes. Are you alone or you're with someone?
Sorry,
Are you alone, one person, or you're with other friends?
with my brother.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
With my brother.
Oh, that's nice. So maybe you and your brother can actually read together. So you ready for your first paragraph? All right, you may begin. Let's hear you read.
The Blue Men of the Sahara is a name for the Tuareg. People call them this name because they wear blue clothes. They have lived in the Sahara Desert for thousands of years. It is hot, dry, and windy there. Their lives are difficult because of the harsh weather.
Thank you. You have very fluent reading. So when I say fluent, your words are pronounced quite accurately and your pace is good. All right. So let's get the next student to try it out. Is there any volunteers? Would you like, you really would like to do it? No? You would like me to call you? Just now you were quite participative. How about Inoksha? Is that how I say your name? Imoksha? Would you like to give it a try, Imoksha?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Okay, come. Oh, sorry, I see a lot of volunteers.
Good.
Later on, I'll call the rest. Do you want me to do it together with you? Oh, Imoksha, you can still try because, oh, probably the person's connection is out. Okay, I saw a few hands up, right? Let me just get those who have volunteered. Isumi. We'll wait for Imoksha. Isumi, come.
The Tuareg are nomads who move from place to find water and food. They live in groups of 4 or 5 families.
Families. Okay,
Families.
good.
Families. Everybody helps. The men take care of the animals. The women put up the tents. The tents were made of animal skins in the past. Now they are made of plastic.
Thank you for your participation. All right. You truly live up to what I say is what I expect, right? We just participate and it's okay to make mistake. We are learning. How about Minila, right? Minila will put his hands up to try to. Let's hear him read this part. Go.
The Tuareg wear dara, a long and loose gown, and a cloth veil that is used as a turban. The men use it to cover their faces as they travel a lot in the desert. This protects them from the sun and sandstorms.
Good. So the word over here, just now starting with G, says gown, a loose gown. All right. Probably I heard a R just now, but you are doing very well too. Right. Let me just call upon other students. Is it how do I pronounce your name? I'm so sorry. Is that how I say it? Dua? Theul. How do I say your name? Why don't you introduce yourself when you unmute? your picture is a letter B.
Yes, ma'am.
How do I say your name? Can you say your name for me, please?
Tepul.
Tepu.
I say
How do I say your name? What is your name?
Tepul Tenu.
Sorry?
There should be a soothing. There should be a P. His name is Tepul, but there
Oh,
is
Tebu. Okay. Tebu. Nice.
Tepul,
Thank you.
right.
Tebu. Okay, Tebu. Why don't you read this part for us? Go.
Today, continents and around the Sahara Desert do not want nomads. They do not want the Tarang to live in the desert. Many Tarang now live in the towns soon. It will be hard to find the blue men of the Sahara.
Thank you. So in this story, right, the blue men are actually called this word, the Tuaregs. So as you can see, it's starting with letter T. So it's not an English word. It's just a name for this group of people. So when it's a name, I think, of course, some of us, if we are not from that country, we will not know how to pronounce the name. I think it's all right. Just like how I cannot pronounce your name. So when you meet people, you can actually just clarify with them. This name will be, when I check the online dictionary, they actually say this is Tuareg. But I think it's fine, okay? If you say Tarek just now, or someone else maybe say another one. But we'll call it Tuareg, okay? Tuareg. Okay, let's go to the first part of the story again. So I think today I've chosen a passage that was a bit easy for you. Maybe next week we can do something slightly more difficult. Over here, it says that, like I mentioned, today's focus, right? I would like to just, I think the story, like I mentioned just now, is quite easy to understand. So I would actually like to focus on the pronouns, okay? Let me just get a pen out to actually write the answer out, okay, as you mentioned it. So we mentioned here, the blue men of the Sahara is the name for the Tuareg. People call them. So who can tell me this them refers to what or refers to who?
Object pronoun.
Okay, it is an object pronoun. I know that. But in this story, this them, what is it referring to? When I'm asking this question, I'm actually asking you to look at the word them. And if I were to give this first example, people
Blue
call
men.
them, it's referring to,
Blue men.
yes, the blue man, you're right. Okay, the person who called it out. So people call them, that means people call the Tuareg, the blue man. Okay, so people call Tuareg. Why do they call Tuareg, blue man, sorry? It's because they wear blue clothes. So over here, the better answer will actually be, they are calling them, they are calling Tuareg would be better, okay? They call Tuareg this name because they wear blue clothes. Okay, let's go on and we read on and then we say this word it over here. You see this word it. What does this it refers to?
The Sahara Desert.
Sahara Desert.
Very good. You get my drift now. So you say they have lived in the Sahara Desert for thousands of years. So this it is referring to the Sahara Desert. All right. You notice that actually whenever you're reading, the clues should be in the previous sentence or the previous first few sentences that you are reading. Okay. Their lives are difficult because of the harsh weather. Who is this their? Okay, this pronoun, who is it
Blue man.
referring to? Correct. All right, it would be the blue man right at the start of the story. Okay, well done. Very good. Let's go on to the next slide. If we continue here, there's another day over here. Can somebody tell me what does this day refers to?
Blue man.
You're not wrong, but in this passage,
Taurus.
right?
The
Yes,
Taurus.
yes. And the person who answered blue man is definitely not wrong because that was at the earlier part of the passage. We saw it, but over here, you know that it is referring to the,
Taurus.
yes, okay. It's referring to the Tuaregs. Okay? So they are the one who lives in groups And now over here, what about this day over here? What about this second day?
The tents.
The tents, definitely. Okay. The tents used to be made of animal skins, but now they are made of plastic. So it must be referring to the tents. Okay. To the next one. Okay, the last. Men use it to cover their face. So answer, usually you will read the sentence before it. The Tuaregs wear dara, a long and loose gown, and a cloth veil that is used as a turban. The men use it to cover their faces. So what does this it refer to?
Dara.
Dara.
Let's check, okay? So the dara was the gown. Right? Dara was actually the gown. That means you wear it on your body. And there was another one. There was a cloth veil. Oh, sorry. Let me just go back to it. So just now we mentioned that the gown was what they wear on the body, and there was also a cloth veil that is used as a turban, right? Do you know where you wear your turban? It's on the head, right? So when they use it to cover their faces, do you think it's more of the dara or is it the cloth veil? They use it to cover their faces. So would they use the dara or would they use the cloth veil? The it is referring to the dara or referring to the cloth veil? If it's referring to the dara, all right, which is actually worn on their body, right? It's not possible, but rather it would be another cloth veil that is used as a turban, all right? So we would actually choose this one, okay? All right, that would be a better answer for it. To cover their faces. So what does the pronoun their refers to in this case? Whose faces?
Tuaregs.
Okay. Yep. It would be the man, which is the Tuaregs, right? Which is this. Okay. The men. And of course, they will be referring to the men as well. Okay. All right. Okay. Go to the next slide. Clear all my drawings first. Okay, today many countries do not want around the Sahara Desert do not want nomads. They do not want Tuaregs to live. What is this they referring to? One last one. Maybe not as easy to identify. Are you able to tell me what does the word they refer to in this sentence?
Countries around the Sahara Desert.
Very good. That's absolutely correct. Okay. This they will actually refer to the country around the Sahara Desert. You're right. Okay. It's referring to the countries. Those countries, they do not want the Tuaregs to live in the desert. Okay. Now we mentioned the word nomads. After reading this passage, do you know what nomads means? Nomads. Are you able to find out what it means? Maybe from here, we see here, the nomads. Gihan, do you know? Is it Gihan? How I say your name? Or anyone else? What does nomads mean? The Tuaregs are nomads who move from place to place to find food. So are you able to guess from the context of the story? Okay.
The people who move from place to place.
Yes, yes, you're right. So what I'm trying to tell you is sometimes when we don't know certain words, all right, when we do not know certain words, actually by reading the passage, you're able to guess the meaning. You're able to figure out, oh, even if I do not know what are nomads in the past, but when I read this story, the Tuaregs are nomads who move from place to place. So that is actually the meaning of nomads. And people who are nomadics, they actually move from places to places. All right. Okay. That actually is the end of today's lesson. It was quite a rush. I should have ended it like 5 minutes ago, but I thought we are finishing and I went on with it. Thank you, student, actually for today's participation. I really like it when you're just unmute and just try out the answer. Like I told you, even though you did not unmute, I hope in your house or in your school, you also really practice saying it out, and just read out together with the rest of us. Okay, I will end today's lesson and I will see you next week. And maybe next week, if we have time, then we start off with question. So sorry, I didn't give you any time to ask questions today. All right, Reverend, I'm done with today's lesson.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Suti, for your lovely lesson today.
thank you.
There were so many participants, almost I think 30.
Thank you, Teacher Suting. And yeah, it's a good practice. Everybody, when you come to class, just turn on your video so everyone can see everyone, and that's a good habit that we'll try to work on. Okay, and good participation, fantastic. Everyone should join in and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Thank you, Teacher Suting and
Thanks for everything.
Yurik. Thank you, and Teacher Jeannie, when you're ready.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
and
you, teacher.
goodbye.
Thank you, teacher. Thank
Yeah,
you,
that's a good
teacher.
practice. Yes, must make sure we thank our teachers as well. Thank you, Teacher Suting.
I'm just all ready, so let me know when I can start.
You have to wait 2 minutes because
Sure,
yeah, the now time is 3:28.
no problem.
So while waiting for our friends to join in, teachers, Jeannie, can you share with us how was your day?
Bad. I wanted to take medical leave. I didn't feel very well, but now I'm okay.
Oh no, what happened?
I just have body aches. I think I played too much last weekend. And then when I went back to work for the 3 days, I worked very hard.
Oh gosh.
That's okay, I'm good now.
Yes, in what kind of sickness? Like headache, fever?
No, I just had body aches.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that was how you spent your Mother's Day.
Yes, thankfully I'm not a mother.
Do you manage to spend some time with your mom today?
No, we don't have the tradition of celebrating.
Because every day is Mother's Day.
Yeah, yes.
That's great. What about Jamie and Grace? Is it just me or Jamie is posing in a very nice pose and just froze there? Or am I frozen?
Grace was saying something, but we couldn't hear.
Oh yeah, Grace, sorry, you were mute.
Oh, I say we are going to have dinner after this.
I think there's some issue with Grace camera. She looked frozen, nicely frozen. Anyway, we'll just have our students in Sri Lanka. It will be good if you can turn on your video so we can have a look. Uhumi. Oh, we have more people coming in. That's great. And we have some people in the chat group. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. That was from the previous lesson. Oh, I wonder if we can refresh the chat group for this group. Hey, Jeannie, do you know if there's a transcript function for Zoom?
Again?
Is there a transcript function? Like when we talk, there'll be like words coming out at the
No,
bottom?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know, like, at least I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we have about 12 to 13 students today.
Yeah, my usual class. Okay, I see Mahisha. I don't see Hasalaka and Kanotua. Are they coming in?
The Kanoto school and another Damu school, Hasalak Susila's place. Both of them, the principal of those two places, called me and said there that there is a foul failure in that area.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they asked their students to join from their personal mobile and from their homes. Today they are not coming. Yeah, today they are not coming to the school or temple anyway.
Okay, no worries, because I see more names and I do see that some of them attended the previous lesson. Okay, so without further ado, let me share my screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see. Please shout out if you cannot see. Okay, participants can see my application. So good afternoon, everybody. So for those who have not, maybe I haven't seen your name, my name is Jeannie, Jinnie. So let's see, before I start, would anyone like to share, good afternoon, about yourself? Anything about yourself, just one person, unmute yourself and share about yourself. Who are you? How old are you? What do you like, maybe?
Ginny, please 1 minute, right?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. ළමයි මම හිතනවා දැන් මේ 10 11 පන්තිය grade 10 and 11. එතකොට මේකෙදි ස්පෝකන් එක තමයි ඔයාලා ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්නේ. අපි ග්‍රැමර් ක්ලාස් එක අපි සෙනසුරාදා කරනවා. මැතර ගිය සතිය අපි කරේ නැහැ. නමුත් සාමාන්‍ය සතිපදා සෙනසුරාදා අපි පැයක් ග්‍රැමර් කරනවා. මේකෙදි ස්පෝකන් තමයි ફોකස් කරන්නේ. එතකොට ඔයාලා කතා කරන්න තමයි පුරුදු වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ නිසා දැන් පළවෙනි සෙෂන් එක අපි හැමදාම දැන් මේ ජීනි මැඩම් එයාගේ ගේදී මේ වගේ පොඩි ප්‍රශ්න ටිකක් අහලා ඒකෙන් තමයි ආරම්භ කරන්නේ. ඒ නිසා දැන් ඔයාලා තව ටිකකින් මයික් ඔන් කරලා කතා කරන්න සහ මම හැමෝගෙම ඉල්ලීමක් කරනවා මේ මයික් කැමරා එක ඔන් කරන්න කියලා. කවුද කියලා අඩු ගානේ මේගොල්ලන්ට පේන්න හරියපෙන්. දැන් අපේ ලංකාවේ අපි තියන ක්‍රමේ තමයි කැමරා ඔෆ් කරගෙන අපි එහෙම තමයි. හැබැයි ඒගොල්ලෝ එහෙම නෑ. දැන් පොඩි අයගේ සෙෂන් එක තිබුණා 6 7 ඒගොල්ලෝ ගොඩ දෙනෙක් කැමරා එක ඔන් කරලා තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්නේ. ඒ නිසා මම හිතනවා ඔයාලා හැමෝම වගේ කැමරා එක ඔන් කරලා ඔයාලගේ self introduction එකක් කරලා පස්සේ අයින් කරගත්තට කමක් නැහැ. හරි. It's okay time. It's okay, Jenny.
Okay. So would anyone like to unmute and just introduce yourself? Okay, maybe I go first. My name is Jeannie. I am close to coming to should I say my age? Okay, I'm 40 years old. It's nice to see all of you. I hope you will enjoy my lesson today. Yes, I see Chira. Chira. Chiraf, do you want to introduce yourself? Did I get your name right?
Yeah, but his network is unstable.
I see. Okay, somebody else come. So shy. Okay, maybe I get Mahisha. Mahisha, are you there? Okay, Mahisha doesn't seem to be there. Okay, then I will ask, I see some faces. I see Minila. Melina, you were there in the earlier session. Would you like to introduce yourself? Thank you.
My name is Milanipun.
How old are you?
I am 40 years old. 14.
14? Ah, and what would you like to learn today?
What would you like to learn today? අද මේ මොනවද ඉගෙන ගන්න කැමති කියලා අහන්න.
Okay, you're not sure. It's okay. So I will teach. Okay, you listen to what I have to teach today. We'll have a bit of fun. Okay, let's see if we can follow. Okay, so today is lesson 6. Okay, we're going to do review. Last week we did the ED. Okay, the ending sound ED as well as the shin, T-I-O-N. Today we're also going to learn prepositions and conjunctions, and then after that we're just going to finish with passage reading. Okay, and expository text is used to explain in form of described experiences, facts, situations, or actions. They are actually real things that are happening out there. It's not a story anymore. Okay, so let's start with reading some of these words. Okay, remember I taught that when a word, a past tense word ends with a ed, it actually is read as d, t, or ut. Okay, so those who were here last week, I'm sure you can help me to read together. Okay, what is this first word? It ends with a d. Okay, so it ends with the sound d. So this word is used. Okay, let's try the next word. You can all unmute yourself and read.
Emerged.
Very good. Emerged.
Climbed.
Very good. Climbed.
Required.
Okay, required. Well done.
Probed.
Okay, remember it's a d sound, so it should be probed. Okay, not probed, probed. Okay,
Robbed.
now thank you. Okay, this next sound ends with a t. Okay, let's read this.
Washed. Washed.
Well done, loud and clear. Washed.
Walked.
Walked. Very good.
Dressed.
Dressed.
Brushed.
Brushed. Oh, not brushed it, but brushed. Okay, let's read this again.
Brushed.
Very
Brushed.
good. Okay, we're gonna go faster.
Checked. Activated.
Well done. Activated.
Shrouded.
Yes. Shrouded. Everybody, let's read together.
Shrouded.
Shrouded. Well done.
Obliterated.
Very good, Chamika. Yes, obliterated. Okay, give yourself a very big clap. Okay, now other difficult words that we learned last week. Let's read.
Awakening.
Awakening.
Voyaging.
Very good. I like the confidence. I'm hearing more of you. Foraging.
Nocturnal.
Nocturnal. Okay. Nocturnal. 3 sounds. Okay, next one.
Mist.
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 Gigantic.
Very good. Gigantic.
Clatter.
Be confident. Clatter. Yes.
Anticipation.
Okay. This word is anticipation. 5 sounds. Anticipation.
Anticipation.
Very good. Who was that? So nice voice. Next one.
Ocean.
Portion. Very good.
Hush.
Hush.
Envelope.
Very good. Envelopes.
Meticulously.
Okay. Let me help you. Meticulously. Yes. Let's read it faster. Meticulously.
Meticulously.
Very good. Next one.
Rigging.
Rigging.
Pressuring.
Okay. This word starts with a re, so you need to read the reassuring. Yes, reassuring.
Perspective.
Very good. Prospective.
Expectation.
Well done. Expectation.
Inflation.
Okay. Inflation. Very good. So we have reviewed some of the words we learned last week. So I'm going to teach new things. Today we're teaching prepositions and conjunctions. Okay, what are prepositions? Okay, how does teacher Jeannie read this word? This is such a long word. Okay, remember I taught the shen last week. So this word starts with the pre, okay, which means advance or before. Okay, and this word is posit. Okay, it actually means to put in place. That is to say, before a word, you put something in place and you plus a ian. This word is read as preposition. Okay, and remember I said tion is read as shen. The o is a schwa that says the sound. That's why it's not preposition, it's preposition. And the s, because it's between an o and an I vowels, it becomes the z sound. Can we read this word together? Preposition.
Preposition.
Very good. So what does preposition means? These are prepositions. Okay, aboard, at, behind, down, off. Okay, a preposition is one of the parts of speech that correlates between 2 different words or phrases. Okay, usually to describe a time and place. I'm going to give you some examples. So about time. We can meet for lunch between 12 and 1 p.m. The word in black is a preposition. Okay, it tells you, it describes what, how, the between, okay, between 12 noon and 1 p.m. Okay, it describes that. Okay, now, this is also a time, this is also a preposition to talk about what happened yesterday. Since yesterday, I have been having a stomachache. Okay, if I don't have the since, yesterday I have been having a stomachache, the sentence is not so complete. Okay, so next, how do we use for places? Everyone was there except me. Okay, I think I can use this. Last week, Mahisha was in the lesson. So everyone was not here except Mahisha. Okay, except. Okay, next one. John's results were among the list of top students. It described where is John compared to the rest of the people. Okay, where is he placed? Same here. Where am I placed compared to everyone else. Okay, so shall we practice with preposition? Okay, we're going to play some game. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me share the other screen. So yeah, let me share the sound too. Okay, you are going to try. I'm going to spin the wheel. Can you see the wheel, everyone? Yes, thank you, Chamika. Okay, I'm going to spin the wheel and you're going to form a sentence with the preposition word. Are we ready? Thank you, Susila. I can see good. Okay, so you unmute and try and form the sentence. Let's see. Okay, the word is until. Who can form a sentence with the preposition until? Anyone, just give me an answer. Yes, Chamika.
My friend waited near the gate until I came.
Very good. My friend waited at the gate until I came. Very good. Okay, now let's try the next one. Okay, what is this word? Who can read for me and then you form a sentence? Milila, you want to try? Do you know this word? Okay, anyone wants to help him? This word is upon. Very tough. Okay, I will form the sentence. Upon seeing the tiger coming near me, I ran off. Okay, so it's the moment when the tiger comes. When I saw it, I ran off. Upon seeing the tiger. Okay, upon seeing that Minila was unable to answer the question, I helped him. Okay, that's how we use upon. Okay, next one. This is easy. Oops. Okay, what is this word and who wants to go? Give a try. Anyone? This word is between.
Okay.
Okay, come.
There is a big bond upon our friendship, between our friendship.
There is a what?
A big bond.
Ah, there is a big bond between our friendship. Very good. So between the two friends, there is a big bond that draws them together. Well done. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, who wants to try this? I kept saying, who was that? Chami. Oh, yes, I saw a hand there. Who was that? Please unmute. Izumi. How do I spell? Is it Izumi?
There is a cat near the table.
Oh, do you have a cat near your table now? Very good. Near. So it's not far away. Near. Okay. Last, shall we do one last one? Okay. S. It's not easy. Let's try. Who can form a sentence with S?
My father brought me a dog as my pet.
Ah, okay. My father bought me a dog as my pet. Very good. Okay, I didn't see who was that. Is it Chamika? Thank you, Chamika. Okay, Chamika used as, as my dog. Yeah, so as my pet. So the dog is now his pet. Very good. Okay. So that is how we use preposition. Preposition usually describes between time or between places. Okay, between two places. So I'm gonna go back to my slide and move on to the next one. If you don't get it today, that well is okay. Next week, we practice again. Just let me make sure I can see everybody. Okay, so that was preposition. Now, this word is called conjunction. So conjunction also has a shun behind. It's made out of a prefix. Okay, a prefix means together or with, and it has a verb junct, which means to join, and the suffix ian. And when I put them together, the word is read as conjunction. Okay, everybody, thank you. Is it Chatumila? You were reading conjunction. Everybody read this together. Conjunction.
Conjunction.
Thank you. Okay, so what is conjunction? So conjunction is used to join words together. Okay, it's a joining word. Okay, it's used to connect words, two or more words, two or more phrases, or two or more clauses within a sentence. Okay, so I'll give you some examples. So how does conjunction join words? I like to eat banana. I also like to eat mango. And I can use and. I like to eat banana and mango. So I don't need to use two different sentences. I can join them in one sentence using the and. Okay, next one. I cannot find this person. And then somebody tells me, maybe she's in the library, maybe she's in the canteen. So I change the sentence into, please find her in the library or at the canteen. Okay, now I want to ask you, in this sentence, there are two prepositions. Who can tell me which are the two words that are prepositions? Anyone? I'll give you a hint, okay? The first one is in, okay? In tells me a place. Very good. So in and at, they are prepositions. Okay, so you see we use conjunctions and prepositions a lot in our sentences. Okay, so how do we connect sentences? Okay, so sometimes people will say, I was upset with the results. Then there is a person who keeps telling me that it is all right. Okay, so I connect these two sentences together with a but. I was upset with the results, but she kept telling me it is all right. Okay, so you don't have to write two sentences. You can join them together with a conjunction. Okay, so this is the whole list of conjunctions. To is also a conjunction. Also, when you start the sentence, you can use also. Some other words, anyway, it's a conjunction. Immediately, finally, I am at conjunction. Okay, so these are conjunctions. So, is everyone ready to try the wheel again?
Yeah.
Thank you. So let's try our conjunction wheel. Same thing. Read the words for me and form a sentence. Okay, who wants to help me form a sentence with this conjunction here? This word is finally.
I finally became a good kid.
Oh, were you a bad kid before? I don't think so. Thank you, Izumi. I finally became a good kid, but I think you have always been a good kid, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Susila. That was so encouraging. Okay, now let's try the next one. Ah. Okay, who wants to try this? Okay, this is such as. Such as is when you want to give an example in your sentence. Anyone is brave enough to try this? I'll count down. If not, I will form a sentence. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, Susila, are you trying?
I never thought of such a thing.
Ah, I never thought of such a thing. Good try. That was such. Now we have 2 words as a conjunction, such as. Good try, Izumi. Anyone wants to help her? Susila?
I don't like such as animal.
Ah, okay. I don't like such as animals. Let's rephrase the sentence. I get what you're trying to say. You would say, I don't like animals, such as an example. What animal do you not like?
Horrible. Horrible
Again?
animal. Horrible animal.
Ah, okay. Okay, let me think of a horrible animal. Crocodile? Okay, so if I use this horrible animal that Susila say, I will give an example of a crocodile. I do not like horrible animals such as crocodiles. Okay? In the same way, I can also use the word for example. I do not like horrible animals. For example, crocodiles. Okay, so these 2, you can use them in the same way. Okay, it's actually for example or such as. Okay, shall we try one last one? Let's see. Since. Is there any volunteers who want to try since? I think today I think the nuns are here with us, right? Sri Chandrodre. Am I right? Does anyone wants to try from Sri Chandrodre? Chandrodaya. Are they there? Thank you.
He has been ill since last Sunday.
Oh, thank you. Who was there who's been ill? Yes, he has been ill since last Sunday. And I hope, okay, I'm using a conjunction again, and I hope he will recover soon. Okay, so very good. Thank you so much. Okay, I shall stop here and go back to our lesson. Let me see, am I here? Okay, so those were our prepositions and conjunctions. And today's text uses quite a bit of the prepositions and conjunctions, okay? But we will just read the passage today, because next week, if you're attending my lesson, we will go through the answers for the prepositions and conjunctions. Okay, so I need to make you come back next week, okay, if you want to learn more. Okay, so before reading the passage, we're going to watch the video on what the passage is about. Okay, let's just, okay, sorry. Let me just share the sound first. Okay. Okay, sit back and relax.
What is the greenhouse effect? Earth is a comfortable place for living things. It's just the right temperature for plants and animals, including humans, to thrive. Why is Earth so special? Well, one reason is the greenhouse effect. A greenhouse is a building with glass walls and a glass roof. The clear glass allows sunlight to shine into the greenhouse while also trapping the sun's heat inside. This is how a greenhouse keeps plants warm even at night and in the winter. The greenhouse effect keeps Earth warm in pretty much the same way. Earth isn't surrounded by glass, but it is surrounded by a jacket of gases called the atmosphere. In the daytime, the sun shines through the atmosphere, warming Earth's surface. After the sun goes down, Earth's surface cools. This releases heat back into the air, but some of that heat is trapped by the gases in the atmosphere. These heat-trapping gases are called greenhouse gases. Carbon dioxide, water vapor, and methane are all examples of greenhouse gases. Earth needs a balance of greenhouse gases to maintain just the right temperature for living things. But some human activities are changing Earth's natural greenhouse effect. For example, burning fossil fuels like coal and oil releases more carbon dioxide into our atmosphere. These extra greenhouse gases can cause the atmosphere to trap more and more heat, leading to a warmer Earth. NASA satellites are constantly measuring the gases in our atmosphere from space. They've observed increases in the amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. The information from NASA satellites can help scientists figure out where greenhouse gases are coming from and how they are ending up in our atmosphere. This information will help us better understand the impact that greenhouse gases have on our climate and help us better understand this very special greenhouse that we call home. Find out more about our Earth at NASA.
Okay, so the video and the text we're going to read today later is about greenhouse effects. So the video already shared with you. There are some gases in our atmosphere that makes the Earth warm so that we can live in it. But unfortunately, over the years, because of some of these activities that is happening around the world, they created more of these greenhouse gases, too much. And so the world is getting warmer and warmer. Our ice are melting. Yes. And so later, when we read the text, you will take a look of, hear more about what are the greenhouse effects. Oh, okay, I hear the dog. It's happy. Okay, so we're going to read. These are some of the words that are going to be in the passage. So we're going to learn the words together and understand their meaning. Okay, this word was in the video. Who can read this for me?
Atmosphere.
Thank you. Okay, the O is a schwa, so it says the earth sound atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Okay. Yes, thank you. So the atmosphere you saw in the video is that layer, okay, that has the gases that surrounds the earth. Let's try this word.
Absorb.
Thank you. Absorb. Be confident. Okay, even if you're wrong, it's okay. I will help you. Absorb. Okay, this S here says the Z sound. Absorb. Okay, absorb means to take in. Next word.
Emit.
Okay, this word, good try, is emit. Okay, emit. Emit means, thank you. Emit means to give out. Okay, such as, emit. The sunlight emits a lot of heat. Okay, gives out a lot of heat. This word has a shun inside. So who wants to help me to read?
Radiation.
Thank you. Radiation. So it comes from the base word radiate. Okay, so radiate means where energy is given out. So radiation is the process which energy is given out as particles or waves. So you see, I'm using the word emitted. Okay, I'm changing it to give out because you can use it that way too. Not an easy word. Who can help me with this?
Prominent.
Thank you. Prominent. Prominence means it's important or well known. Next one.
Ozone.
Okay. Yes, you know the word zone. This first letter here is read as O. Ozone. Okay, not ozone. Ozone. Okay, ozone actually is a poisonous form of oxygen. Okay, this word. Wow, so difficult. Who wants to try?
Statistics.
Thank you, Minila. Statistics, okay? 3 sounds, 3 syllables. Statistics is the collection of numerical data, numbers. Next word has a shen. Who wants to help me read this?
Contraction.
Okay, this word has 4 syllables.
Concentrations.
Thank you. Concentrations. Okay, remember we need to read the S at the end. Concentrations. Okay, so concentration is the act or process of bringing things together. Okay, let me move so that I can see all of you. Okay. Okay, next one. Okay.
Industrial Revolution.
Thank you. Industrial Revolution. This is a very, very big word. It actually means, this actually took place in the 18th century where a lot of power-driven machineries were introduced. Okay, so that's what it means by industrial, means industry and a change. Industrial Revolution. Hi, there was this word in the video just now. Okay, I also thought it's supposed to be read as methane. I won't say it's wrong. So, but in the videos, they read it as methane. Okay, methane or methane, you won't be wrong. Yes, okay. So what is methane? Methane is a kind of gas, one of the greenhouse gases. And in your country, you have cows. Cows actually releases methane. Okay, next word. Let's try this.
Significance.
Thank you. Significant. Well done, Cecilia. Okay, significant means have influence or effect on. Your presence or your presence today has a significance on me as a teacher. I feel so encouraged that you are here. So you have that importance, okay? Significance. What is this word?
Consistent.
Good try. Loud and clear. Consistent means you're acting or doing things in the same way across time, over time. Okay? This word.
Global.
Yes. Global warming. Okay? Global warming. Global warming is again an effect. Okay? It's unusually rapid increase in the temperature of Earth. Okay, that's why it's getting warmer and warmer as we go each year. This word came from the word emit.
Emissions.
Thank you. Emissions. I could hear the S at the end. So emission again is the process of giving out. Okay, because emit is to give out. Emission is the process of giving out. Try this one.
Tackle.
Yes, be confident one more time. Tackle. Yes, tackle. Okay, K sound means to deal with. Next word. Curb. Yes, curb means to take control of something. Question again.
Deforestation.
Okay, one more time.
Deforestation.
Okay, deforestation. Very good try. So 5 syllables. Deforestation. Okay, so you know the word the word forest here. Okay, it has got something to do with a forest. There it is. Clearing of forest is deforestation. This one.
Livestock.
Thank you. Okay, it's made out of the word live. and stock, you put them together, is livestock. Who knows what is livestock? Give me an example of livestock. Anyone? If not, I'll give you the meaning, okay? Animals kept or raised for use or pleasure. Now, can you give me an example of a livestock in your country? Anyone can give me an example? I mentioned one just now. Cows is a livestock. Any other animals that's a livestock?
Worm.
Again?
Worm.
Worm. Oh, do you have worms as a livestock, Reverend? Okay, I need to check this. Okay, if you have worms as a livestock that's raised for use. Okay, I've learned something. Okay, some other livestock, actually, I'm not sure if you have chickens, sheep, goats, what else? Ducks. Okay, so those are livestock. Okay, who can try this one?
Cultivation.
Thank you. Cultivation. So it's the act of caring for or raising of plants. Okay, plants. Try this.
Prevalence.
Prevalence.
Okay, prevalence or prevalence. Okay, both are okay. Prevalence or prevalence. Okay, so it actually means of something existing or happening often. Okay, now last two words. Who wants to try this?
Fossil fuel.
Okay, let's read it clearly. Fossil fuel. Okay. Yes, fossil fuel actually refers to things like coal, oil, or natural gas. Okay, and what is this last word here? Thank you. Substantial. Okay, it means of noticeable importance. Okay, before we go into the passage, let's do a quick one reading all the difficult words. Okay, let me make sure I see all the words. Okay, let's go.
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Absorb.
Atmosphere.
Absorb.
Emit.
Emit.
Radiation.
Radiation.
Prominence.
Prominence.
Zone.
Ozone. Yes.
Statistics.
Thank you. Statistics.
Concentrations.
Very good. Concentrations.
Industrial revolution. Industrial revolution.
Yes. Industrial revolution.
Methane.
Methane.
Yes. Methane. Let me get all the words out. Very good. Significant.
Consistent.
Consistent.
Global warming.
Global warming.
Emission.
Yes. Emissions. Okay, this word is tackle. Tackle. Yes. Verb.
Deforestation.
Very good. Some of you are still going a bit slower. It's okay, but a lot of you are able to read it fast. Okay. Deforestation. Very good. Next one.
Livestock.
Yes. Livestock. I know that L-I-V-E is also read as leaf. Okay. But in this word here is read as live. Livestock. Very good. Next one.
Cultivation.
Very good. Cultivation.
Prevalence.
Prevalence. Okay. Or prevalence. Fossil fuel. Very good. And the last word. Substantial. Very good. So, whoa, finally, okay, I'm using a conjunction. Yeah, finally, we are at the passage reading. Okay, that means we're going to end the lesson soon. Okay, this is the passage on greenhouse effect. Okay, so we're going to get somebody to read for us. Okay, when you see the numbers, it's okay to skip it. Okay, so I will give you an example how to read it first. Okay, the greenhouse effect is the process where the gases blank the atmosphere absorb. Okay, so you can say blank when you see the numbers, okay, because next week we will use them. Okay, anyone wants to try and read for me? Okay, who is that? I see Isumi. Okay, Isumi, can you read for me? And later, Susila, you will read the next one for us. Okay, come, let's go, Isumi.
The greenhouse effect is the process where the gases blank the atmosphere absorbed and
Oh, okay. This word is not a past tense word. It's actually infrared.
Infrared
yes.
radiation and warm up the Earth's lower atmosphere and surface. The prominent greenhouse gases include water, vapor, carbon
dioxide,
methane,
yeah, very good,
and blank ozone. Since the industrial revolution in the late industrial revolution in the late 19th century, human activities blank increased.
Thank you, Izumi. Okay, we stop here. So I want to explain this word is the past tense of gas. One gas, many gases. Okay, so this word is gases. Okay, let's get okay, Susila, would you want to continue from here? This preposition, hence.
Then it also increased the amount of greenhouse gas in the
atmosphere.
Statistics have that the concentration of carbon dioxide and methane gas have increased by 36% and 148%
respectively.
By the 18th century, this subtraction increase result blank fossil fuel burning and deforestation and livestock cultivation.
Well done. Two of you have set the standard high, and I think it's good that you try, okay, even though there's some words you're not very sure. So let's try Minila. Yes, thank you for the confetti, Cecilia. Okay, let's try Minila. Let's continue. You can start reading, Minila.
Start.
The prevalence of global warming is becoming significant blank to the increase in greenhouse gases found in the atmosphere. Hence, we are experiencing rising sea levels and the blank of the Arctic ice. All these signs are consistent with the increase in global temperatures. In addition, global warming has also been blamed. Blank, the frequent flash floods experiences blank Asian countries. Many countries have blank agreements to curb emissions and tackle the problem of the greenhouse effects. The amount of greenhouse gases is still expected to increase in years to come.
Very good. Okay, although we still have some time, I'm not sure if anyone would still want to read the passage again. I still have a bit of time to spare. Any brave soul out there would like to? Me, I want to try reading. Come, Netsumali.
Okay. Greenhouse effect is the process where the gases blank the atmosphere absorb and emit infrared radiation and warm up the Earth's lower atmosphere and surface. The prominent greenhouse gases include water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, blank, ozone. Since the Industrial Revolution in the late 19th century, human activities blank increased.
Thank you. Okay. Other brave souls, anyone else? Come. We still have time. Let's read it. I'm scrolling your name so that I don't miss you. Okay. If not, I'll continue, okay? Let's listen to Teacher Jeannie read. Hence, it also increased the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Statistics have blank that the concentrations of carbon dioxide and methane gas have increased by 36% and 148% respectively blank the 18th century. This substantial increase results blank fossil fuel burning, deforestation, and livestock cultivation. Okay, I want to just explain this word just now. Some of you had difficulty. Infrared radiation. So infrared radiation is a kind of light, okay, that's given out. Okay, so let me go and do some study, okay, to just clarify what infrared means, okay, so that you don't read it wrongly, okay. Okay, so let's try. Any last person to finish up this small little passage here? If Reverend Akila, give me a bit more time. Anyone? Yes, Naduni.
The prevalence of global warming is becoming a significant blank to the increase in greenhouse gases found in the atmosphere. Hence, we are experiencing rising sea levels and the blank of the Arctic ice. All these signs are consistent with the increase in global temperatures. In addition, global warming has also been blamed. Blank the frequent flash flood experience blank Asian countries. Many countries have blank agreements to curb emissions and tackle the problem of the greenhouse effects. Blank the amount of greenhouse gases is still expected to increase in years to come.
Thank you, Nadumi. I don't know if you're scared of me or you're very scared. Okay, go slow. Okay, go slow. And when you read, you try to don't make the sounds. Okay, when you think quietly. For example, the prevalence, it's okay to pause. The prevalence of global warming is becoming significant blank to the increase in greenhouse gases. Okay, be confident, you're almost there. Just don't rush through. Take your time and think and do the reading. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Everyone, a very, very big clap. Okay, and we are done with today's lesson. I hand over to Reverend. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ginny, for your lovely lesson today. And we can stop now. And on the other hand, we have another extra 5 minutes, so we can get some feedbacks from students. Song, Jimmy, Grace.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Teacher Ginny. Despite feeling unwell, body aching, well done. Thank you. And well done to all the students who come forward and join us actively answering. And that should be the way that we should move forward. Everyone is here to learn. Okay? Thank you.
අපි එහෙනම් අද සෙෂන් එක අපි අවසන් කරනවා. එතකොට ඇත්තටම මුලින්ම අර කිව්වා වගේ ඇත්තටම ඔයාලා අර කැමරා එක ඔන් කරලා කතා කරන්න හිමුත් තමයි ඉංග්‍රීසි ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන ස්පෝකන් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් එක කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. Okay, anything from Grace or Jimmy?
No, I'm good. Today's lesson, do they feel easy or difficult or just nice?
Oh, yes. Reverend, you have a online thing that people can just... Do you want to... Have you tried using it?
Oh, ළමයි අපිට දැන් මම ඔයාලට එනවා මේ poll එක. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතනින් ඔයාලට ක්ලික් කරන්න පුළුවන් අද පාඩම කොහොමද ලේසිද අමාරුද කියලා අහන්නේ. ඔක ක්ලික් කරාම අපිට පේනවා කොහොමද difficult easy. Sorry, difficult easy. Difficult, easy, right? Okay, there are 89% mentioned that easy and 9% it's a difficult. Okay, it's 1. Okay, I'm going to enter 4, right? And I share the result.
So I guess the words were
Thank you
not
very
easy,
much.
if I can guess. Thank you.
Welcome.
Maybe Reverend help us to find out what was that difficult one.
Okay, then thank you everyone for Jimmy, Song, and Grace, and especially for Ginny, you are teaching. හරි එහෙමනම් අපිට අපි අවසන් කරමු. එහෙනම් හැමදෙනාම අපි ඊළඟ සතියේදී නැවත හමු වෙමු. Goodbye for everyone.
Bye. Have a nice week ahead.
Bye-bye. See you
Bye. Take
again.
care. Thanks, Yuri.
Next week we will not have lessons, yeah?
No lessons. Go to temple and pray. Have a
Next
good
week
rest.
we don't have
Or
lessons,
go to
okay?
the church and pray.
See
Whatever.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Following week. 2 weeks later. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy Vesak Day to all Reverend and believers.